Hey everybody, welcome back. What I hold in my hand here is a little jar of tuberose absolute. It's 10% solution in alcohol, but I've had this raw ingredient for a while, just familiarizing myself with its smell, because during my perfume collecting, purchasing time, I haven't really fallen in love with any tuberose dominant fragrances, mainly because at first I didn't like tuberose, or didn't really know what it smelled like, to be honest. And usually whenever I've smelled something that has tuberose in it, I wasn't sure what I was smelling, what white floral I was smelling. So I took it upon myself to get familiar with its scent. Now, I have a very good friend on Instagram, Nicholas. He's got a great blog called Ocage. His Instagram handle is Ocage. He was very kind enough to send me 6 little samples of some of his favorite tuberose fragrances. So what I decided to do in this video is to actually blind test them on strips and rank them. Now, this is going to be the first time, pretty much the first time I've smelled these fragrances, and what I want to do in this video, so it doesn't go too long, is sniff each of them on a blotter, and then kind of work out which is my favorite. And without looking at what I'm spraying, they're all in the same little spray bottles, and then rank them, and then at the end of the video I'll reveal which ones I like the most. So there's 6 of them, and I'll start off with the first one. Okay, so I've taken some precaution to make sure I'm not looking at the label, what I'm spraying here, and I'll have a look after I've smelled all of them. All right. Okay, so yes, I'm picking up, this one seems a bit spicy. I'm picking up all the green waxiness of the tuberose, but I'm picking up also a bit of, it's already gone on here, but right at the beginning there was a touch of spice. And I think this one here is also probably blended with another white floral, and I want to say jasmine. So it's very, very nice smell. It is not something that I would gravitate towards for myself to wear. This is something I traditionally would recognize as something that's marketed to women, probably, but it's drying down a little bit better. I think when I smell a bunch of white florals together, I can't help but think that it's a feminine perfume or something that's marketed to women. But it is getting better as it dries down on this blotter. And the tuberose is losing, well, doesn't have so much green waxiness. I don't think it is overpowering here. And in a way, it's almost warming up in the dry down, as opposed to retaining its sort of cool green characteristics. Okay, I'll smell the others and then I will rank them accordingly. This one is a lot brighter, a lot greener, a lot fresher, and I really quite like it. I like the fact that this is greener, and it's almost to me reminiscent of fig leaf as well, or fig perfumes, but it just has a lot more. I find tuberose also has a lot more heft to it compared to something like fig. I really like this one. I like its waxiness, but I'm not picking up a lot more. It's just a very, very tiniest hint of sweetness also behind this main opening. Okay, so this one I like more than the first one I smelled, so I will just put this one aside. Third one, oh, this one is quite strong even before I bring it up to my nose. It's really interesting because I could smell this when the blotter was a couple of feet away from my nose, but as I bring it to my nose, it sort of kind of diffuses and disappears. I'm not saying I can't smell anything. This is a really airy, this is really nice as well, but it's certainly not as present as that second tuberose I smelled. I think I smell, well, I think there's a kind of sparkly fizziness to this one as well. We'll see when I reveal them at the end. Okay, so this is the fourth one I'm smelling. This is another one that's projecting quite well off the blotter, and I'm detecting some fruitiness as well. This is quite fruity in the beginning. If the tuberose is there, it's really just a supporting note or ingredient. I don't know how to feel about this particular one because to me, it's not dissimilar to what I kind of smell in the generic sort of designer shelves, particularly for the perfumes marketed to women. It's not unpleasant, but it's quite fruity. Okay, probably this one, I'm just going to smell the first one. Probably this fourth one is my least favorite. So I'm going to just rank these guys. So this is the fifth fragrance I'm smelling. This one to me is kind of a green sour. It's probably had the most interesting opening of all the ones I've smelled so far. And this one also to me smells like the most unisex of the lot. I like this. The tuberose is again toned down a little bit. I'm just trying to work out what else I'm smelling. It's almost got a heavier presence of woods as well in the base. Tuberose comes through a bit more after a couple of minutes. But I'm trying to decide which one. All right, I'll just compare it to the one I like the most so far. Okay, I'm gonna put this in third. All right, this is a final one, the sixth tuberose fragrance. So far, I think the top three out of the five I've tried, I would definitely test out. I'd want to test out longer and more on my skin. I hope I'm not getting nose fatigue. I can barely smell that one. Wow, this one I'm finding really hard to smell on the blotter. This is very light. I mean, I can't even smell enough to compare it to any of the others. I'm just going to put some of this on my skin in case. I can only smell alcohol. Okay, I'm going to have to rank that one last. That was a bit of a fail, that one. I'm going to reveal the 6 fragrances that I tested for the first time on blotters. So please bear that in mind when I reveal my rankings. So I'll start from 6 and work my way up to 1. So my 6th ranked, or my least favorite here, and it was mainly because I was having a lot of trouble smelling it on the blotter. This one here is Gucci Bloom Gocci di Fiori. So it probably was nice, I just couldn't smell much of it. In 5th spot, this is a Chanel, but it's not the one I thought it was. This is Gabrielle Essence. In 4th spot was Robert Piquet's Fracas. Okay, my top 3, and these ones I would like to test further on skin. This one here is Tuberosa by Nishane. At number 2 was Tuberosa Nera by the House of Angelo Caroli, which I have not heard of before tonight. And at number 1 was Carnal Flower by Frederic Malle. Now, this one definitely is one that I'm going to test further because I had smelled this a while ago, just in the store. I wouldn't have recognized it smelling again on the strips, but clearly I liked it back then, and I liked it again on the strip here. It was my favorite from the 6 that I tried tonight. It has the most presence. It is definitely the most unisex, and for me, of the 6, when I compare it to the actual raw ingredient of tuberose, is the most representative of that particular ingredient. But it's so wearable, it's so wearable, and it's also so extroverted that it really, even if tuberose is not an ingredient you would normally feel comfortable wearing it, I find it hard not to feel sort of, you know, powerful and strong wearing this fragrance. I really like it. So I'm going to be doing a bit of testing on my skin. All right, I hope you found that interesting. I know I was rambling a lot and wasn't much help in what I was describing on the blotter. But if you want to see more of these type of videos, let me know. I'll do my best to do it for you. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.